For today's video tutorial, I am going to show you how to use the Mattress Stitch to create an invisible seam. This is going to bring these squares together so that they are perfectly aligned and you do not see any sort of seaming here. This is a nice flat seam that does not add any bulkiness to the blanket. You're not going to see anything. It is by far my favorite seaming method. To get started to create an invisible seam, what you will need to do is grab some of your yarn that you have left over. The rule of thumb that I use is for whatever the distance is that I'm going to be seaming. So in this case, I'm just going to be seaming these two squares together. You want double the length that you're going. So I'm gonna take my yarn and I'm gonna come here, I'm going to double it, and then I'm going to add about 50% of that length just to give myself a little bit of wiggle room. I'm going to come here, I'm going to cut my yarn, grab my darning needle, and an easy trick that I like to use is to bring the yarn over the end of my darning needle like this, pull it nice and tight, pop the needle out, and then I can very easily pop my yarn through and thread it. See how easy that was? Okay, so I'm going to pull my yarn through. I'm not going to go totally halfway. I'm going to leave a little bit so that this way I don't get caught. And we are now going to start using this mattress seam method that creates an invisible seam. To start, what we are going to do is with our square on the right, we are going to come to our corner stitches right here. Using our darning needle, we are going to come from front to back in this corner stitch using the back loop only. And then we are going to go from back to front in the next stitch using the back loop only. That will create this nice little X over your darning needle. Pull your yarn through, making sure to leave a little bit of a tail that you have to hold on to tighten your seam as well as to weave in later. Come over to your square on the left and doing the same thing from front to back in the back loop only. Put your darning needle through a corner stitch. Coming from back to front in the next stitch using the back loop only, bring your darning needle through. Again, that's creating this nice little X over your darning needle. It's kind of harder to see on the darker yarn. And pull your needle through. Now we're going to come back to our square on the right side, and using the same back loop as the last stitch that we worked, we are going to insert our darning needle from front to back, come into the next stitch from back to front, again creating this nice little X over our darning needle, and pull our yarn through. We will move back to the square on the left using the same stitch that we worked last, insert our darning needle from front to back, come into the next stitch using the back loop only, again coming from back to front, create this nice little X over our darning needle and pull our yarn through. We are going to keep repeating that all the way across, moving from our right square to our left square, always working from front to back in the last worked stitch in the back loop only, and then coming from back to front into the next stitch using the back loop only, making sure that we create these little X's over our darning needle. And what we're essentially doing is creating a figure eight. So here I come back onto my left side. I'm going to insert my needle from front to back and then back to front using the back loops only. I need to pull my yarn through my darning needle a little bit more because I'm starting to get caught. And as you can see, we're kind of doing this figure eight serpentine type of thing right here. Coming back to the right side, front to back, back to front, create our little X, pull the yarn through, coming back to the right, front to back, back to front. Again, always starting with the last worked stitch, front to back, back to front, creating our little X in the back loop only, and we end up with this, okay? Now what's going to happen, check this out, okay? I'm going to hold this and we are going to just pull this tight. See that? How good was that? And then see, now my tail got really long because I pulled from both sides. So now what I could do is I could pull this all the way through. You see that? Until I get to a point where I feel like this is good, where I'll be able to come in and finish this off nicely here. And then I can keep going. See? You can barely, you don't even see it, okay? So let's keep going on this. So I did my last stitch here on my right side. So I'm gonna come to my left. I'm gonna find my last worked stitch on my left side, front to back, next stitch, back to front, creating this little X over my needle, pull through, next stitch on the right side, front to back, back to front, creating that little X, again making sure only to use the back loops. Come back to the left side, last work stitch, front to back to front, right side, last work stitch, front to back to front in the next, and I'm just going to keep doing that again through a whole bunch of stitches. Once you get the hang of this, it's really, really easy to do. See, I've got these right here. Ready? Magic, right? How cool is that? Isn't that amazing? Look at that. See? And it's nice and strong. You can't see anything. So this is a great technique. I love using this for my seaming method. This is my seaming method of choice. I use this wherever possible. That is why it's always really nice to add a single crochet edge or some sort of edging to your pieces, so that this way you can get this nice clean edge. And look, it's got no bulk. It's invisible on the back and on the front. You can't even feel it. It's got a little bit of stretch to it, but not too much. Again, that's another reason why it's a good idea for you to block these first, so that this way you don't pinch all your squares together. All right, I hope that this tutorial was helpful. I hope that you learned something today, and make sure to like and subscribe so that this way you never miss any of my free patterns or video tutorials.